I've been going through some growing pains with my adult children. And what that usually means is that it's tapping into some old wounds within inside of me. And it's time for me to check inside and see, is there a part of me that's being affected or reawoken from the interactions I'm having with my children? Today on Doodle to Connect, I'm taking a post that I made on Instagram and I'm adding it into my journal and just expanding on it. I wanted to look at how I could help a little bit further to decrease shame that can come from feeling like you messed up. I often like to represent a kinder and softer and more caring part of myself as an animal. And I have a long-standing relationship with just feeling supported by animals. So this little fox that I call Tandy often shows up in my doodles to help as a helper. And so in this instance, they're saying that they're there too, and offering a cup of coffee, cocoa, tea, whatever it is, just to say to the little person, you're not alone. And that's something that we can do for ourselves, that we can provide that support and comfort inside by having another voice that is not just, oh, I messed up, I screwed up again, but is also that human voice of, yeah, but you know what, this'll pass. I'm here too. Let's sit down. Let's get a cup of tea, maybe go for a walk. Something comforting. Sometimes in my journals, I like to spend a little bit more time. So instead of just applying watercolors or markers, I actually pull out my watercolor pencils and allow them just to slow me down a little bit so I can really spend some time with what's going on inside, really allow my thoughts to work through, allow my feelings to just flow and process through. And then I just love the effect that my watercolor pencils have on my art journal. I don't know if you can notice, but because I use Tandy as a part of myself, I use the same colorings that are in my hair and in my skin in Tandy's fur. Most of my doodles have some form of nature in them. This has the grass and it has some flowers, and that's just because it always provides a sense of comfort and safety. The thought of being in a field or just playing around, running around out in nature. You can see here I start to add water to the watercolor pencils, and it really just adds a level of vibrancy that's just amazing. And I love the ease with which this can happen. So just a little background on this. You know, when we think we mess up, that's often coming from a very old belief. It's coming from a younger part of the self. Children often believe that they have a lot of power in their relationships as youngsters, and they often don't. But there's this change of locus of control where they feel like if they're able to take the blame for something and say, I messed up, then someone on the outside won't be as upset. So this can lead to like a codependency. It can lead to taking care of someone else's feelings. We can find this a lot with, parents that are really busy, or maybe some emotional neglect, maybe in trauma situations, just with siblings. And then it can come and be recreated in our current day relationships, feeling like we messed up with our partner, with our boss, with our children, with our parents, even as adults. All of the different ways that we feel like we're not doing it right can trigger that small child and that shame of the small child of not being able to get it right. So the question then becomes, am I still lovable? So let's rethink that. What's needed? What could be helpful in this situation? Remembering that we're human always is helpful. Offering kindness, offering forgiveness, offering grace and space and time to ourselves. And remembering, even if we feel alone, we're not alone. Sending all my love.